Did you really text me and say stop texting you? Is that what you're saying?
Look, don't come bothering me. You say what you're going to say. I'm going to get an Uber. That's it. Period. If I want to choose to look at prices for my own personal choice and my own personal thing I want to do, that's my personal choice.
Then why did you ask me to come back over here?
I'm not going to do this. I ain't tell you to come back over here. I ain't tell you to go nowhere. So it was your choice to leave and go do all that stuff you did and drive back over here. That was your choice. I ain't tell you to go nowhere so you can say I came all the way back over here. You could have stayed right here. I was getting off in a couple hours.
I had something to do.
You've been working all night. I figured you're going to lay around the beach and get you some rest. I ain't know you were going to go run around and do all that to say, now you back. You don't want to waste your time and all that. It's cool. If I'm a problem to you, I'm sorry. I'll get out your way.
You've changed your mind 50 times. You said last night. You said last night. You said last night. I'm working in the apartment all day.
You don't have to do that, okay? So stop bothering me.
You've been snapping on me since Tuesday.
Stop bothering me, please.
I can say what I have to say.
You stop bothering me, though.
I ain't bothering you.
You are bothering me.
I ain't bothering you.
Yes, you are.
Okay, so you know what I'm saying? That's what you keep fucking talking. I'll call them people and tell them what you're gonna do. Your ass won't have a job or a place to stay. Keep fucking talking. Keep fucking talking. I'm that one. Why you want to try to act like you all big, bad, and shit? Like I ain't the same one that done been here all week. Keep fucking talking. I'll call them white people. I'm the one. I ain't flipped on you now time. You done flipped on me all the way since Tuesday, every day. About fucking music, about this, that, and the other. And you flipped on me again. I was going outside to do my homework. I just told you. You keep talking to me any kind of way. What for? I'm not bothering you. But you ain't gonna keep talking to me like that. And I'm respecting you. I'm not your fucking wife. You better ask my fucking husband. Keep fucking with me. I will go out there and tell them white people in their face, I'm that one. Don't push me there. Look, I gotta go do my homework. I have to study. And this is not how I plan to spend my day. And I cannot waste the time. And I don't know what's going on. So since I have did what I felt like the right thing to do, was to come back. At the end of the day, when I didn't have nowhere to go, you let me stay here. It was not the right thing to do to not come back and make sure that you were situated and okay. I came back for that reason only. To make sure that you were okay, to make sure that you had a ride, to make sure that everything you needed to do got handled. That was the purpose of me coming back. I have not been able to talk to you since Tuesday. Everything I say, you're getting frustrated. I can't let that rub off on me. I cannot have the bad energy in my life right now. And I'm not trying to bring that to you. I came in here to be a woman, to apologize for getting frustrated with you. But I'm human, and I have been trying to communicate with you, to understand, to get in where I fit in. I want you to do whatever you gotta do for yourself and make a smooth transition in doing that. I am not willing to go out there with a bunch of white people and don't know else black people, they uppity too. And two black people just randomly walk around and ain't nobody seen them before and they don't look like they can afford being out there. White people call strictly because of that. Where them two niggas come from and they don't look like they make enough. So I don't need that headache. I don't need that problem. I wanted to provide a ride. If you feel like you want to call the taxi, do whatever you feel like you need to do. But if we can't come to a meeting of the minds and can't communicate like we got kids, like it's bills in here, it is no sense in neither one of us at this point of the stressful part to where there is friction and it's this level of aggression in this apartment. That was an insult for you to be looking at an Uber ride when I'm standing in your face and you done asked me since yesterday. Take me to Alpharetta. Take me to Alpharetta. Can you take me? And I text you on the phone and say I'm going to run some errands or whatever. I call you. You even call me. I even say what you doing, where you are. And now that I'm here, you want to sit on the phone. You play mind games. Are you going to communicate and say anything?
I have nothing to say.
If I leave out that door, I'm not coming back.
Okay. Someone to threaten my life like that.
Child, ain't nobody threatening nothing about your life. I tell you what, this is how we gonna do this. I tell you how we gonna do this. I'm gonna fix you. I'm gonna fix your black ass. You won't try now another bitch like that ever again in your fucking life. Nigga, I'm gonna fuck your shit up. You hear what I'm telling you? I'm gonna go tell them white people, and on top of that, I'm gonna sue your motherfucking ass, and I'm gonna get me an AIDS test, and I bet not have a motherfucking thing. I bet not have so much as the fucking bacteria germ on this pussy right here. I'm gonna sue the fuck out your motherfucking ass. You won't fuck with no other bitch no more after this. And if you touch me, I will call the fucking police on your motherfucking ass. Don't tell me what the fuck I gotta do. Don't tell me shit, cause House Beyond is still open. They don't close till 6 o'clock.
Okay.
And you smoking weed.
Okay.
And the white people ain't gonna like it. So shut the fuck up while you trying to act like you all grand and shit. You acting like you what you are because you been running your fucking mouth ever since they told you, nigga, you ain't even in there yet. Your ugly, Grady looking motherfucking ass. How the fuck you think you going out there with them white people and gonna run shit? You think they gonna let your ugly ass just keep hanging out there? Nigga, your ass ain't gonna last out there. I'm being fucking nice to your motherfucking ass, ugly bitch. Your motherfucking ass ain't gonna last out there. Nigga, your ass look like motherfucking Grady. You need to be fucking grateful that a bitch like me gave your ass the time of fucking day. Grady looking ass. Got the wrong one. Fucking call them people on your ass. My name ain't Crystal Ketchup. And I have fucking court papers waiting out there when you get there.
Yo, yeah. Shit, a lot of shit.
Don't keep fucking trying me and swapping and all that shit, and then think I'm finna keep taking his mess. He got me towed up. I called the fucking police out here. Keep running his damn mouth. Got the wrong one. Been swapping every day. Every time I come in the damn house, every time I come in this house, his phone swapping and my phone take over and he keep fucking calling and playing games. He only want to stay in this house tonight because I wasn't here last night, so he want to swap one more time. Them same pillars is the pillars that I had that looked like something else that I had and sold way back in 2000, I think 10. He got them same pillars in here. That nigga better not say nothing to me.
I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I hope you tell him. I'll tell on his ass too. Like, them white people gonna have your ugly ass keep walking around there with them jacked up pants looking like Steve Urkel. Nigga, them white people ain't gonna have your ass out there. Coming in their apartment with your ugly ass. Nigga, you're not finna be out there. I cannot understand for the life of me how I have T-Mobile hotspot, but it's hooked up to my hotspot that's on my phone that I had with Metro, and don't have no service. I would love for T-Mobile to explain that. I gotta get ready to go so I can get me some. I just use the Wi-Fi in my car because this is not. It's too slow. And I don't really need to be in this energy in this space no more. I'm ready to go. Operation complete. So, let me get my stuff. Okay, so I'm leaving from .220 out here near Smyrna, and I'm going to do my homework. So I'm going to get my stuff and I'm going to talk about what happened today. I'm going to do my homework too, so I can kill two birds with one stone. So I'm leaving the apartments. I'm going to put them in my video. So I'm just leaving. These are the apartments. I am at Willow West Vinings at 50 Adams Lake Boulevard. And near Smyrna, near the Cumberland Mall. So I have been staying here because I didn't have nowhere else to stay since May the 7th, 2025. And I came here from 6137 Hemperley Road, and I came here in a Nissan like Altima, all white, with an older guy driving it, black male, and I think his name, it was not Leslie. So I came here about 9 or 10 that night, and we all know that this guy is a scout. Now, this guy is a scout, and he's using the last 4 of 1557. And 1557 was a white man last year that I said had the pretty penis with no balls. And he was, not last year, he was messaging me in August of, around July to August of 2023 at Flint River Road. Now, you could take that and you could link the correlation between the white guy with no balls to Flint River Road, and then now what you're trying to see is, does Flint River Road connect here? Well, let's see. What was at Flint River Road? Is there any pots, pans, clothing, income? What's the bank being used? We know that the number is linking him to Flint River Road because whatever scout was messaging me at that time is in that same correlation. They just do the same thing over and over again. So if it was May of 2025 that a scout was messaging me, then it would be, if it was May of 2023 that a scout was messaging me, then it would also be May of 2024 and May of 25. That way the device is still the same, the number is still the same, and they'll just pick back up with the communication. So this scout got on my nerves at Joe's house at 1517 Bethesda Road. He came into play at that time. And he came into play under the Craigslist ad, looking for someone to do work in exchange for free rent or whatever. So he messaged on a clean ad, looking for someone to do some work, whatever. But then he comes back later on that night, and they must have told him, well, you can't do it like that because you're going to have to bring in the sex. So he tried to flip it on me to say, oh, well, I hope you know what this is. Because another lady asked me, because she already know I'm a man. So he was trying to flip it. So I said, well, you need to go with her because I'm not sucking your balls. So you need to go with her and get whatever you want to get because you won't be getting it done here. So he was like, well, I'm just saying. So then after that, I told him, I said, I just wanted to be your friend. It was nothing like that or whatever the situation is. And if I had somebody to stay cool. So we talked from there, but he was definitely a scout. So around April the 28th, he was doing all of the annoying things that they do when you go to the store and get near a register. They go to texting, hello, or they send 4 words only that are always messages in some type of correlation with the threat that will be in the external atmosphere. Like today, he sent me something about Aunt Tassie. Before, he sent me, I got you trapped. Like, I don't ever read nothing good from them because they're demonic forces. And so this is going to really, really seem bad when I tell you what I did. But I like to be transparent, and I'm human. So I come here. I stay from 6137 Hemperley Road. I come here off of that bad tip. So they're just moving you around, and you know they're moving you around because all of these locations are in different counties. This is how you know that you're being trafficked, lured to another place, so we can set you up out here. So come over here and be in this county. And then another man or another woman will say, come over here now and be in Jacobs County. And then once they have 3 weeks over there, come over here and be in Layman's County. And you will go over here. But each county is a state. This is not Smyrna, Georgia. This is parts of Simpsonville. This is Alabama. This is a little bit of Florida. This is all things not Georgia. So he comes over. I meet him. I was so happy to get out of Hemperley Road. I already know you're a scout. Don't sleep with him. Don't get in nothing deep with him. And call it a day. And that was working. I did not have a problem with it. He's not attractive. The law don't send me attractive, wholesome men. If they send me men, something's wrong with them. Either they're going to be ugly, somebody she's not attracted to, they're going to have HIV, they're going to like boys, they're going to be gay, something is wrong. They don't send me eligible candidates. So when I seen him to the first look, oh, he ugly. So that's why they didn't give me nobody fine. If that's the case, they would have been there just sent me what I like to set me up. And I would have been in there all day doing whatever the white man said to do. You want crypto? Let's do it. Let's record it, turn it on. Let's get set up. We can have a ball. All of it. Send me a fine one with one of them dually trucks. Honey, we could play all day. They could come set me up for prostitution, drugs, anything he say do. We can run it. So they sent him. So, and then I'm definitely not free yet. And this is not a love connection. So the man says, from there, I go and I'm like, okay, not a big deal. Not going to worry about it. So from there, I go in and say, well, what I'm going to do, just chill. Not going to worry about it. I'm going to just leave it from there. From there, go. And the man says, starts being really nice. The next day, you can take the text messages and look at them. As soon as I came in, prior to that, I'm not getting called any romantic names. From that, he immediately goes into baby, honey cakes, sugar pie, sugar loaf, honey dip, honey toast, cream lips. All of these names and when we go out, they're magnified. And you know that his scouts are with him because they're egging him on. The Lyft drivers and him, they're together. So when we went out to the storage, the Lyft driver, oh, y'all make a beautiful couple. And I flat out said, I'm not with him. We not together. We had sex. We had done nothing. I'm not with him at all. So they're still wanting that to work. Get her in there. We need you to get her in the bed. Okay, so I don't know whether they wanted him to get me in the bed because he got HIV, or if they wanted me to get him in the bed because they needed the prostitution link that they was going to make, or they needed to get him in the bed so we look like in a relationship so we could set her up with all of the income that he's staging that he's lying about. So I'm like, that's not happening. I'm not attracted to him like that. But the man keeps going on and on and on. And eventually, they know how to get you to do what they want. Did he really get me? No. But did I have a moment where I didn't think nothing was wrong with having my vagina ate? No, I didn't mind. Then when his penis did finally get to a size, it wasn't a bad size. So I hadn't had sex since ketchup. So I was thinking, don't have sex with him. He's a scout. You don't have sex with scouts. They automatically turn me off because they're working. A white man wouldn't turn me off because that's a fantasy of mine. I want to have sex with a white master. So all of his demonic stuff that he got going on would be, I shouldn't call him a demon because I wouldn't want to have sex with a demon, but all of his lies would turn me on, because it would just put him in the image of being a master, and I would just imagine him with all of the white sheets on and everything, with a hard penis, and I would just be incredibly turned on, because you're in all of your element. You're the person that's really doing this, so you look good in that. But when they're black and doing it, it's a turn off, and I don't like it. So it's easy for me not to be attracted to them. But on the 18th of May, I thought about it. Why did you sleep with him? It was the 18th of May. That's the night that I got raped at Hilton 2 Suites, or whatever happened in the middle of the night. That I woke up, and guess what? My nails were white, and my toes are white. Now, I did my toes white yesterday, my nails white yesterday. But, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. The day before yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, I did my nails and my toes white. It just so happened in May of 24, last year, my nails were white. They were longer, but they were white. So I did my nails to match my toes when I go to work, and they needed to be short. So this is the only color that I thought that would not make me look old and still look good. That's if they was white. So I did them white. Subconsciously, I must have been thinking about the rape, because I got raped, or I got something happen with that man put something in my rectum on May 18th, 2024. So I went to Roswell Police Department. A big thing was made. I woke up, and all of my nails on this hand, this one, and I think another one were broke, but one was completely popped off. And it wasn't the fake nails I wore. I went to get acrylic nails on, and they had just got done, and they were all the way off. So I was doing hella fighting in my sleep with getting that man off me. So on the 18th of May, that's when this man, they told him, keep pushing her away or whatever. And I felt some kind of way. At the same time, it was the same time as when I had got raped. So I was wondering, what is all these feelings about? But it didn't dawn on me yet, because it's so much going on, that this is the time that you got raped. So this is what you're feeling. This is why you're feeling vulnerable and all of this other stuff. This is what's going on. So they told him to oblige that. She's feeling this way because she got raped. Hold her, kiss her, all of that. So he came with them black lips. He came and held me. Oh, you will not have to go to this no more. Trust me, I love that man. Used the whole L word. I love you. I am going to take care of you. I am not going to let you get hurt. I'm going to do all of this, and another. I said, okay. So before I know it, we outside talking. He tells me, move with me. I'm not going to do you. I told you I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to do nothing. So I don't have nowhere to go. They're not letting me have anywhere to go yet, because the operation is still going on. This was a 3-week operation. He's between multiple apartments in this complex. One of the apartments has children in it, and he's swapping me with another lady and his other vehicles here. Plus, it's a white man that lives about 1.5 miles in this radius that they're swapping me with on the phone. So he got his connection set up, and that's why he's never hardly in the house, because he's going from this one, and this one, walking over here. He would knock on the door like this in the house, and then walk to somewhere else, and that way they could put the sound that you heard with your live and his movement going into another apartment, and they're gonna come back, rewind that, and put that with that conversation, and they're gonna make you in that house where you never was. So that night, he done put the moves on. I mean, they're charming people. He's ugly, but feds are smooth. Or when they scouts, because they tell them what to do. So, and he's putting all these threats on TV. They put the most threats on the TV ever at his house. They loaded it up. So he's doing all of that, and at the same time, I've been abused so long, threats don't scare me like you would think. It depends on who's sending them I'm not gonna lie, they abuse me so much. I think some of them are a turn on. It just depends on who's doing it, how powerful the white man is. If you're police doing it, no. But if you're the real upper, your clearance is real high, and you're doing it, it's a little bit of a, ooh, you know, it's like that. It's weird because I've been abused too long. But anyway, so the threats are coming. Like I posted about him, it's a threat gonna come to the phone. One just passed. So they do it because he was watching me. He's on my phone. He's the swapper in the house with me. So I borderline don't like him. But when he cool, when I don't talk about him, he be real nice to me. When I talk about him on my live, he be real mean to me in the house. So I was like, I'm just going to keep being nice to him. And I'm going to apologize for calling him names to Gwanda because I know he heard it. And I know it, whatever my live is, I know he see it. And I know he know what I say about him. So I'm just going to apologize because they'll tell him she really mean it. So once I apologized, he started being nice. So that's when he held me, and you know, like a real man. Baby, I'm not going to hurt you anymore. I'm sorry. I'm here. So I'm trying to, maybe this is the law telling me for real that they sorry. Okay. No, they're not. The man had a job to get you in the bed. And once he do that, that's a wrap. That's all they needed. Because he's going to go in. He was setting up to go in like Ketchup did. That's why he wanted to start taking control. They like to send these men in to get you in these relationships so they could take over. So the law can start, oh, well, she with him, she had this income. And so I let him know from the rip. When he told me, oh, we finna do Bitcoin. Look, nigga, we not finna do none of that. We not doing any of it. So I don't care what they told you, we not doing nothing. We ain't got nothing tied together. You're not getting on my storage. You're not getting nothing. We ain't doing none of that. That's why he started saying, I love you, and what's mine is yours. No, we not sharing nothing. Nigga, you're not going to run none of them FBI, Internal Revenue Service games on me. I know they telling you what I'm thinking in my head, and that's not working out, okay? You probably done had access to this vagina, but when it come down to my credit, my bills, and none of that, I will go straight to the FBI and tell on you. We not having nothing in common of that nature, because I already know what your plot is. Honey, ain't nothing you can do to me that Ketchup did not do. So you're not gonna come in here and act like, oh, I love you, and we finna get married, and them FBI people be steady recording. Okay, go ahead. And what did he say? And he said, what's hers is mine. Cut. That's all we need. No, it's not. We don't have any income links together. No banking, no none of that. I don't want your Bitcoin. I don't want to do none of that. I already got set up with that at 1517 Bethesda Road in February of 2020 with the scout that lived in room D at 1517 Bethesda Road, and his name was Brian. So no, we are not doing that whatsoever. I'm already hip to it. Cut it, and let's move on. So from there, he was like being really nice, babe. He put it on. So, you know what I'm saying? Any man just doing that, you know what I'm saying? I was like, you know, okay, or whatever. So we got in the bed, and he was like, let me eat your pussy. You know, forgive me for cussing, because I am a Christian, but I have to say the story. Because I'm investigation. And this is my courtroom. And so he said, let me eat your stuff. I want to eat your vagina. So I said, okay. So I let him do that, and it wasn't bad. He's not Ketchup, but it wasn't the worst. But he's not Ketchup. So Ketchup is I let him do it. So I let him do it, and then he didn't have a bad size. And so, but I didn't it wasn't bad sex. It was sex with your enemy. It was like an angry sex moment. Like it was that I wish I would have had that experience with the white man. It was because we know what each other is. I know who you are, and I'm letting you do it. It was like a hurt good feeling. It was almost like that, except I wasn't really pleasured by it. It was more of a mental disruption. of why are you sleeping with him. I was asking myself that. I laid over to my side. You don't have sex with scouts. It's been plenty of them. One that I was actually liked, that would have been okay with it. I don't have sex with scouts. You're not even weak. So it's not like he even like made you, I mean, you just like gave it in on your own. Like, why are you having sex with scouts? You don't have sex with scouts. Like, just like the law have their versions, you don't get too close to the enemy. Well, you don't have sex with scouts. You don't. They're working, and they will tear your self-esteem apart. They will do it and go tell all of their friends, even if it's not true, even if it is. I am doing exactly what they do. I'm just on live. They doing it already. He doing it. Trust me. That man got up and they messaged him and asked him, what was it like? Oh, that man, she tight. Is she really a girl? Yeah, she a girl. That's not, that bitch all female. Yeah, she this and her stuff good. They talk just like that. And he went and told them all. So they got on, because I got messages after that. So he went and told them. So I said, but this is what he did the next morning. They told him to have sex more than one time in one period. Now, why do they do that? Because they do that to make you look like you in a long-term relationship. Because they don't have long to be with you. So, and they don't want to establish a love connection. They want to go back to hating you because they're only doing a job. So the job was, you got to have sex with her. Don't put all their feelings. Don't make love to her. Just screw her really good and make it hard and all that other good stuff. But don't make love. Don't kiss on her neck. Don't be doing all of that other stuff, because we don't want her to fall in love. They don't want you to get emotionally attached to these men, because they're going to drag them out. They're going to pull them out. Trust me, I know. They did catch up over and over and over again. So they tell him to go ahead and have sex with her. This, that, and that. So the next morning he woke up. He wanted to have sex again. I already know the routine. So the same thing. The next day was a little better. I'm still saying to myself, why are you doing this? And then I said, I haven't had sex with another man since catch up. I'm owed another dick. They're not going to let me get anybody else unless they're a scout. It's not like I could see that man in that pool truck and go over there to him and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I think you're a nice looking white man. Would you like to have sex with me or whatever? I don't want no money or nothing. I just think that you're hot. And I just think that I want you to be in my fantasy that I got of screwing a master. Would you like to role play with me? It's not like they're going to let that happen. They're not going to do that, because that ain't the way they work. So if I do get a man to come into my life, he's only going to be a scout. So since he's only going to be a scout, it's like you will never get to be with somebody else if you don't take on one of them. They're not going to send you your type. They're not going to send me ketchup. They're not going to send me the white man that looked like Tom Brady. They will send me a white man that looked like, they would send me a white man that looked like Arnold, from Tom Arnold from Roseanne. They would send one look like that, that's fat, out of shape, that got a bald spot in the middle, that got that slick, greasy hair that he ain't never washed, that got bad skin. They will send that. They're not gonna send no Tom Cruise. They're not gonna send Tom Brady. They're not gonna send Superman. They're not gonna send Batman. They're not gonna send Matthew McConaughey. They're not gonna send Gavin Newsom. They're not gonna send none of that. They will send Tom Arnold. They will send all of the wrong. They will send Family Guy, the daddy. They will send all of those type. They will send Joe Black. And actually, Joe Black don't even look that bad. He could be sexy. But they will send all of them. They're not sending nobody else that look good, smell good, got all their teeth, got credit, that got something that you would actually be like, okay, I'm gonna be in a relationship with them. No, you're not getting none of them. Let me see what tag that is. SDV3333. So they not doing any of that. and South Carolina too. They not doing any of that. So they're gonna strictly send those scouts. Now, once they send them scouts, then they got their job to do. They gonna try to get in your pants. If they don't get in your pants, they probably sending somebody that done already been in your pants while you sleep, because they was raping me while I was asleep. Yes, they were, because the lady said it in in California in April or May of 2022, and she the one made me think about it. And she said they was gonna say that I was on drugs and a crackhead, and that I was always high and living in bandos. That's why he got that apartment looking like that. So again, it looks like you staying in empty apartments, doing drugs and all this other stuff. The other day he told me, bring me the foil. You keep playing with me, bruh, keep playing with me, okay? Because I know what's going on. I'm not slow. So the next time we had sex was that morning. I got up and he said he wanted to have sex again. So I said, okay, you're entitled. You only having sex with ketchup. You're entitled to get one. You could do it one time. It wasn't bad. His thing is not small. I did think he had borderline, something was going on, but it could have been mental or he's gay. One of the two. Because men don't have sex with girls and don't come. So either he was conflicted by what's going on, by the relationship, because I was looking at him like this the whole time, like, you know, like, well, I'm not with my arms folded, but I was looking at him and he knew that. So he closed his eyes. So either it was definitely a weird, it was not like how it really was. And they probably knew that because they know me when I have sex with ketchup all the times. They done watched us and recorded us and all of the sounds and how animated me and ketchup both are. They already know. And it wasn't that type of party. So he did not come I think it was not that time. No, that time he did. But I noticed he put his hand on the condom. And then right after sex, when I went to the bathroom, he said it really loud. Like, and he went over there by the TV so he could make sure they picked it up really well and said, "Oh no, babe." This is exactly word for word how he said it. "Oh no, babe. Babe. Oh no." I'm like, what? He's getting on my nerves because they hear the artificial swap in his voice, and it's getting on my nerves. And so he says, "Oh, another number and to make it ring so that you hear the audible sound. So it's going to a number that's not mine." So he says, oh, let me put my phone on the charger. So he says, oh, and they probably call him because of the point of the conversation that I'm on the phone. Hold on. Let me see what it says. Hold on. So he goes and he says, they tell him, they like, he like, "Oh no, babe." They called actually when I said that. So maybe that's their cue, because they do that. Like when I'm a part of the story that they want to highlight, then they ding. It's like a ding. So he said, "Oh no, babe. I can't find the rubber." The rubber hat was in my vagina. It was like hanging out. So basically he pulled out of the vagina, and probably did it on purpose. But the liquid was still in the vagina. In the rubber. So I didn't pay that any attention. So that they knew that I would wonder if he had HIV at that point, because I've already said, in order for them to send him to me, he has to be in one of 4 or 5 categories. He has to be gay. He has to have HIV. He has to be on drugs or have a drug connection, or he has to owe back taxes to the Internal Revenue Service, or he has to just be garbage. So
And so from there, I said, okay, they're trying to make me worried about the HIV, but I don't be worried about that. They already said that they were going to do that. They said they were doing that in California. I don't really be worried about that because they already have a cure for that, and God has a cure for that, and He is the cure for that ×2. So I really don't be worried about that because of the simple fact of, that cure is like already like, I just don't be worried about that because they threatened me with that first. That came before the wheelchair. So they was like, we gonna stick you with it and all this other stuff. And it's also a big deal every time I go to get my AIDS test. They never give me the test, or they always, do something different, or whatever the situation is. Like they never give me the test. They don't ever let me publicize my test results. They make it like it's hidden. So, and I also thought that it would be good to have sex with a man with all of this surveillance, because it would be a record that she had sex with a heterosexual male. And so, or that's the illusion or assumption that I was under. Regardless of what I say about thinking or knowing what they do, you presented yourself as this, and that I'm not a transgender, and that you put your penis in my vagina and not in my anus. So that was the big thing, because I knew that someone would ask him, which they already know, but the agents that don't know me really don't know what to believe. I'm sure, even though they all know that Georgia tells lies, because Georgia said that I'm a transgender because of all the times that I called the agents here faggots. And I used to call ketchup that when they make me mad. That's just a name that I call. So that's where that came from. It was retaliation. We're going to make her one. So when it comes down to him, as soon as we had sex, every baby stopped. That's it. No more calling, no more during the day. The operation was done. He had did it. He had fulfilled the purpose that they did. She's had sex. They were congratulating each other. They were happy in the background. We got her. Good. Go. Not necessarily because of the HIV or whatever that he was acting like. It wasn't that. It was because of the fact of, now that we got her and she's had sex with someone, and the fact that you could move on, now we don't need her anymore. So he was breaking himself off. He didn't want to do it in a way that would hurt me. He didn't want to do it obvious. He wanted to do it the Fed way. Like, I'm just gonna distance myself and start being mean to her and get her to run away. The same way I got her to come to me, I'm gonna get her to go away from me, because I really don't want her anymore, and my operation is already done. I'm going to somewhere else and act out the rest of it with either a Mexican or another man or whatever else they had him to do. And so that's what it was, and I knew that. So, but I was also not worried about it because he was ugly. It was no lustful, oh, I gotta have him, I love him. It was none of that. That's why I cussed him out today like I did. Nigga, you ugly. I don't know why in the world you should be grateful to have anybody, like, even with me looking like this today. Don't you ever get it twisted. Like you just got it, just hella going on. You need all of your Fed background to make you look just out of this world to me. I mean, you need all of it. You need all of their appeal. You need the cologne, you need the car, you need their clothes, you need everything they got, and you need all of technology to make you just look that good to me that I'm just gonna go crazy over you like I did ketchup. That's not gonna happen. So from from there, that's what happened. So he started Tuesday. They started trying to find a reason to flip because I was being too nice. So at first they told him flip about TD Jakes. So he flipped about that. And I said, it's okay. I'll just listen to it while you're at work, whatever. He couldn't get no argument out of that. So then the next time he came and said, I just don't know, what's going on, why you, this, that, and other, why we can't just be there. He just was looking for one thing to the other. I would never give him one. They knew she getting tired of you. She getting tired. They was telling him, she getting tired of you. Still, just let it go. Just let it go. So then from there, moving on, I just said, I'm just going to leave it and just be looking for me somewhere else to stay, to find my own place, just to take the place to stay while I got it and just move on and just leave it there. It's not a big deal. So then after that moved around, then he goes and say, and now he's supposed to move to whatever place, but that's already, I think that ship has already sailed. He either finna go back to where he originally came from or wherever they finna stage him at, but it's not gonna be where he said. So he said he'd been looking for a reason not to really take me. He wanted me to go to Alpharetta with him to hang out in them white people apartments where them people is racist as hell at, and want me to come out there so them police can come knock on that door and kick that door in. You ain't supposed to be in there. That is burglary, this, that, and the other. I'm not finna be caught nowhere near it. And like I said before on these lives, the more you go out there with all of them white people, with all of their money in their neck of the woods, the more you running up onto the poison, the more you running up onto the BS and everything else. So no, I'm not doing it. No, I'm not going out there with you. You don't have no permission to be out there. You don't have no lease. You don't have nothing. I'm not doing none of that with you because that is technically breaking and entering. So the answer is no. So they got mad because they seen she's not going to go in. She already saying it. They was telling him she ain't going to go in, and she ain't going to go in with you, and she ain't going to go go in the place, and she ain't gonna set up with you, and she ain't going in there to take no pictures. No, I'm not, because I wasn't finna be set up with no Airbnb. I wasn't finna be set up with no white people out there. I don't know what children they done had in there. I'm not finna do nothing out there. They not finna keep transferring me to county to county to county. And the closer and more you get to these white people with this money, the more evil and sinister the plot is, because that's where you going closer and closer to the power. Over there in Riverdale and College Park, it's all black over there. They don't care. Let them kill and devour each other. But you go out here where these white people at, the more they gonna cover, the more they gonna act like they don't know what's going on, and the more you getting up in the salaries. So the answer to that is negative. You're gonna be going out there by yourself, because just like I told him, if you think that them white people gonna let your ugly tail I don't care how good you clean, I don't have that. You need a whole makeover. You need to have on they kind of shades. You need to have on some aviators. You need to have on some skinny jeans that's name brand. You need to have on you some fresh $100 and something shoes, $150 pair of shoes. You need to have on some cologne. You need to have that shirt fitted and not that belt tied all the way around there. You need to get all that taco meat cut off your chest. You need to have yourself clean. You need to have on them transitional lenses if you're gonna wear them glasses. And you need to have on a hat, so that you look with all of that on, then you look like, okay, it almost, but you out there looking just like Grady, then people gonna call 911 on your ass. They not gonna want you in their apartment, and they gonna call straight to corporate and complain, and they gonna take your ass right on out that door. In the story, period. Point blank, period. If you think that you finna keep walking your ugly, Grady looking self up in them white people's apartments, and they halfway prejudiced anyway, you got another thought coming. They don't want you in there. They don't want you in their house. They don't want you in their presence. And you look ghetto, and you don't look the part. The first thing I'm gonna think is, oh my God, he's gonna steal from me. And he has access to my apartment when I'm not here. Your ass is finna be gone. Period. They not even gonna have it. So, and then you already talking about going out there anyway with not being authorized, and you talking about staying in. You thought I was gonna come with you, nigga? The law looks at my videos. If you thought I was finna go out there with you unauthorized so they can call the police on me, you got another thought coming. And to my man gonna make him a key and all of a sudden. That's why he told me, get my key, then going, I ain't getting your key and going nothing. Get your own key, go yourself. I ain't getting your keys, I ain't getting nothing. Get them yourself. And I recorded every single thing that he said. And every time. And when I seen they was trying to cut that off and didn't want that on the video, I peeped that game too. That means that this is where the plot is. Everything he's saying, because they covering the videos. And so, not gonna do it. The answer is no. So, I left and I'm gone. I'm glad I'm gone. I have homework to do. And he has texted me on a blended number because the law texts. So, he makes conversations on a number, and then that number calls me. So let's say they got him talking on 404-222-2222. That they having a conversation. Then 404-222-2222 gonna call me. I don't know the number. That number not gonna respond, and that number is really not calling me. It's calling him or whoever he's connected to. Then he gonna respond from there. And that's why you keep doing it. But nope, not worried about it. I'm done talking about it. In fact, since I've been on the phone, I got a blended text. And call it a day. And I'm just over it and done with. So he told me, am I coming back tonight? No, I ain't coming back there tonight. So you could stick my ass for real. And no. I woke up after I went to the hospital to talk about him. I got these 2 bruises on my arm. They came from the other night. And the whole time I've been in the house, I ain't got bit by nothing and ain't had nothing happen. And it's 2 bites. And I just told y'all 2 is the number to the law. And I just went to the hospital and was talking about him and woke up with these 2 big old things on my arm and don't know where they came from. And he told me, are you coming back tonight? Hell no, I ain't coming back nowhere near your ass tonight. And I done called you ugly, and I done went on live, and they probably jiving on you. The answer is no. No. The answer is no. I'm not coming anywhere near you. I'm done with that. I will be all right. I could make it on my own. Leave me alone. The law will send me somebody else. Send me somebody white that smell good. Hugo Boss. Or send Ketchup back. I will play the game and do everything he tell me to do. Ketchup is probably not going to want to. Ketchup is probably going to be mad. Then again, he probably won't if they told him that she's real. It depends on, because they definitely told him that I had sex with the good. They tell everything. And Ketchup probably seen it. So I don't know how he's going to feel about that. He might be jealous and then not care. Might have that kind of thing going on. Or then again, he might be mad and not want anything else to do with me at all. Because I'll be like, men feel like you gave their vagina away. It's not yours. But no, I just want to like move on with my life. That was my one time. I think I owe myself that. I didn't put myself in a spiritual war. I told myself you deserved an opportunity to be human. You got your stuff ate and you got poked a little bit. It wasn't the worst. It definitely wasn't the best. And that's that. Was it what you wanted? No. And that's the end of the day. So no. Don't have to feel any kind of way about that. I didn't really put myself in that. I did. I was like, oh my God. All them fine feds done seen me. Oh my God. And then I do believe that, I'm going to get married to somebody out of this. And I was just like, Oh my God, I'm messing up. But then again, I'm just like, I'm not, because I just took all of that and just lived in the moment. I did it, and that was that. And so I'm over it. And so, but will I do it again? No, I don't. I still say that. I don't have sex with scouts. I just don't. They are not for you. They're there to do a job. And if something's wrong with them, either they're gay, they have a terminal illness, or something that they are, that why the law is using them. And most of the time it's because either they'll be gay or they will have something that the law don't want them to have no emotional reaction or attachment either. And that's why I said most of the time they will either be gay or have erectile dysfunction and can't do nothing or something like that. But most of the time you're not getting a wonderful heterosexual male with straight teeth and smell good, that got a big penis and got a job, and that kids is grown. You're not getting the ideal. No, not an operation. You're getting the opposite of that. So I'm definitely going to get an HIV test every month for the next 6 months. So I meant to go get one today. I would definitely go get one tomorrow. And I will get one again. I'm going to get the urine. Is it the urine or the swab? I'm going to get the swab. I'm getting the urine, and I'm getting the blood. And then I'm going to do it again next month, the urine, swab, and the blood. I'm going to do it all three for the next 3 months. And I'm trying to think who did the swab the last time. I think that was the health department. But that one out there in College Park only do the urine, I think. Or what do they do? No, they do blood. They do blood. But it's not the blood that I like. So I'm going to go get the old-fashioned blood test. And so I can have that paper. I'm going to get that. I want to have a stack of those. And then I may even do my own. So I want to do one at Fulton County. And then I'll do one in Clayton County. And then I may go to Grady. Grady do them too. So, they gladly do them. They'll be like, you want an HIV test? Yes. Do it. Run it. Let's go. And they'd be like, all right, cool. And I'd be like, okay, good. And then they tell you right then, oh, it's negative. I'd be like, all right, cool. So, yeah. So I want to do like all of that and just like, but definitely stay away from him because of he's slick about his, and I don't like it. Like that part he was really, when I didn't say nothing about him on videos and don't write about him, he would be really nice. But if you say anything about him on lives, you wake up with bites. Or you get, wake up and can't remember your dreams. And he was doing that. And they made that tile in the house like that, so I couldn't hear him moving and this, that, and the other. And so he would just be pretty much moving around the house doing stuff. Everything in that house is set up from a different time period. And none of the houses have clocks. None of them have pictures of people and their families. None of them have distinguishing characteristics that show somebody live here or who live here. And that's because they share, furniture. They share, you get a piece of the couch, I got a piece of the couch. You get 4 pillows, I get 4 pillows. You get the stove, I get the oven. You get the plates, I get the saucers. You get the cups, I get the knives. You get the t-shirts, I get the pants. And they do that. And I'm just over it. And so when I seen it, I just don't need to really put myself through that no more. I don't have to do this anymore. I've been a slave so long in this operation, I pretty much already know what they're going to do. So, I hate that he pissed me off like that, because I didn't want to, give him that energy. But I'm good with that. They wanted it, they got it. They know exactly they know how to get whatever they be wanting reaction that they be wanting to come out. They know what to say, and they know what to do it. They know what to do because they know, okay, she in a good mood today. Just like every day that I had, he never said, I'm glad you had a good day, or let's do this, or let's go this. He never had nothing good to say. And the only reason he took me to buy the shoes from Ross is because on Sunday was because I bought the shoes myself on Saturday from Goodwill. So he wanted to do the same thing that I did and swap. And so I bought him food from McDonald's yesterday. He went and wanted to buy food from Burger King to swap. We not swapping. Swap by yourself. Go get a Mexican to swap. We not swapping no more. You ruined it. I'm sick of it. Let's move on to the next thing. I wanted to swap with somebody white. Where's the white man? Let's let him be in his own thing, and let's let him just be the master, and let it just be real. Let it be what it is, and let's just stop playing and just let the master do it, because I don't want to be bothered with this situation no more, and me have to sit up there and act like it ain't nothing going on. It is something going on. He wanted me to drive my gas back out here and then have to put more gas in the car, and then at the same time he's sitting up there talking about he looking for an Uber. You're retarded. And he was still swapping on another day. He was changing this to Friday of last week, I think. I'm not mad that I slept with him. I'm not whatever, but I can't sleep with nobody else. That's the part that I hate. That's why I didn't really want to have sex, because if you have sex with him, you can't have sex with nobody else right now, because if you do, you just look like a whore, and I can't do that. You don't have sex with one, then now you gotta wait. Can't. I try to have at least, I think that you're supposed to have like at least 6 months to a year between partners. You know, Ketchup was like in March, but that was my ex-husband. He don't count. He do, but he don't. And to me, that was borderline too fast. You just had sex in March, and this is May. No, that's just too. I wouldn't have had sex with him, but he just kept pushing it. And I thought about it. You know what? Maybe he, would be, have some good, a good, oral time. That might be good. Just waste it. Don't have sex with them. But no, I'm not mad about it. I deserve one time to have sex with somebody, so I had sex with him. But will I do it again? No. Man gotta be white. And I was doing so good, saving myself for the master. Very upset about that. Gave myself away and just wasted it. Gosh. Hated that. I wish it was a way that I could just go in there and get it all cleaned out and, and not a dish, I'm gonna think of that. I think I'm gonna just do not even a veggie steam, like a whole internal vaginal wash. You just go sit on the thing and it's just putting all kind of vinegar and water. I mean, that thing is cleaning you out really, really, really good. And then you just get a little steam, and then you just getting a bunch of I just wish that I just want to have it all new. I thought about a vaginoplasty. like financing that. That sounds good, to get that finance, or a mommy makeover, finance that. Oh, I might think about that. Oh, if I do hang it up, spandex, they gonna really call me. If they finance a mommy makeover for me, and they already called me a prostitute, child, hang it up. I'm going, oh, Jesus, the Lord wouldn't let me do it. I'm telling you right now, I would be, the Lord would have to forget, the Lord would be like, I'm not going to let her do it. He wouldn't, because I would not be in control of myself. Mommy makeover, I would leave my boobs the same size they are. I would get my stomach sucked off. Oh my God, I would be a 44, 38, 6. I would be a 44, wait, it's 38, 24, 36. It's 36. It's, what it is, 38, 24, 36. 34, 24. What is that? What does Sir Mix-a-Lot say? 38, 24, 36. And he said only if she 5'3". Okay, so I'm going to say I would be a 44, 24. I want my waist to be really small. So, let's see. It would be a 44 at the top. And my waist still can't be that big. And my hips got to be wide. But I don't really want the hips and all the booty. I just like the boobs. I want to just be top heavy. Like a 44. I want to look just like Dolly Parton. I love Dolly Parton's shape. Like, I do. Like, it just get so many laws changed. If they gave me that, I would just be at the federal building all day long. Just, why are you here? I'm just saying I need to get some printed. I would just be there all day long and just meet all of them fine white men coming out of there with all that cologne on and all them expensive brown Tom Ford shoes. And I would just be there, size 44s and 6, and I was telling you, God wouldn't let me do it. I need help. I need deliverance. So, no, I don't want to put myself in that position anymore to really be that, because I'm supposed to be living my life right for the Lord. And I definitely don't feel that way when I talk like this, but it's true. Okay, so let's see. I want to see, just really just put pretty much trust God with it and ask him for help, but I just can't. I'm telling you, I have to literally ask God to help me, because I would be a whore. Alright, so I'm going to do my homework. And I need to get out from up here. Because his house is right across the street. And I don't need to be still on his tower. No, I don't want to be still out here in this area. So I think I'm gonna, plus there's too many people walking around. And this white man keep walking up and down, and he don't have on no walking clothes. So, and he keep walking and being on the phone like he looking for somebody, so. But I don't want to be like I'm suspicious, but it's just weird. You don't have on no walking clothes, sir. No one walks with khaki pants on and a button-down shirt and with a crew cut that look like me, myself, and Irene. Good night. So I'm going to see about my homework, and then I'm going to do that. And then but yeah, he come texting me on a blended number to my am I coming back? No, so you could stick me for real tonight. No, I'm not coming nowhere near you. I'm tired of that. You done got on my nerves. I'd have been trying to take it for the longest and just be nice to give you the benefit of doubt that maybe you could have been trying to help me or something, but you're getting on my nerves and it ain't worth that. Just leave me alone. And he didn't text back. Plus he be on blended numbers anyway. Every time he don't ever text me and be talking to me, he always be mixing numbers. And so I just don't really want to deal with that. And plus he be looking at my my lives and my videos. If you see a woman looking, it's a man. You see a man looking, it's a woman. It's never what you think. So he's still back there, still looking. What's wrong with him, Lord? He done walked through about 2 or 3 times. Okay, so interpreting relative. I just want to focus on my homework, do that, and then just call it a day. But no, he told me, am I coming back? No. Shouldn't have never came out here. Mean. Probabilities of draws of replacements. Man, I got some serious homework to do. Alright, let me get myself to where I'm going. Gotta go do my homework. My phone charged fast. That thing charged your phone super fast. Super fast. So anyway. So now leaving this area. We give you all the glory. I was thinking about going to get me a room. Tonight is Thursday. Get me a room or where I want to go. Excuse me. I don't know yet. I was thinking about where I wanted to go. See where I want to go, what I want to. And then plus he didn't want to give me he gonna ask or Uber to come when you asked me to come back out here. So it looks like I'm moving drugs around or moving around when you literally asked me to take you, and then when I say okay, then now you get an attitude. I'm not going in there. Like, he got mad at that when I told him that is not the right thing to do, and I don't want to have nothing to do with that. I'm not going on them white people's property with you. You looking like that, and I got these clothes on with paint on the front of my pants. Them white people is going to call the police and say, we got 2 black people walking up and down these hallways and they don't look the part. You're getting security calls. That's just how fast it is. And they call it neighborhood watch. Nigger watch. Why are they here? I'm not doing that with you. I don't need the extra. I already got enough trouble. And you looking like that with them glasses fogged up, you definitely getting them called. Don't worry about it. They on the way. They coming for you. I'm not finna be out there with it. I'm not finna go. I already know how they are. I'm not. I'm going out there and I'm gonna stay in there no matter what. Oh yeah? Go ahead and come right on out of there in handcuffs. Cause that's burglary. You don't belong there. And your friend will be going to jail with you. Who brought you out here? Do you live here? And you want me to come with you? The devil is a lie. Go by yourself. No. And he got mad. So what? So what? Not going with you. Not doing that. Going to stay anywhere near them people, and they done already done told you one time. And he talking about they was nervous about letting me move in. Because look at yourself in the mirror. That's why they didn't want to hire you. That other boy is light-skinned. And he looks like he borderline could be a little Mexican a little bit. Have a little bit of something else in him. So they like that. You are full-blown dark-skinned and look like Grady. Them people don't want you out there. That's why they just ain't borderline told you. He told me they ain't send no lease. They ain't send nothing. Cause, hello? They trying to think of how they could get out of that. They want to stage me out there. You ain't staging me out there. You go with yourself. So, anyway, so I'm going to I got to figure out how to get my homework done. I'm supposed to do 1 to 2 modules a day. And I done did pretty much all the easier ones. I gotta now just figure out how to get the rest of them done. But I got to get my homework done. And then I gotta get my book to my other class so I can get that one finished. So I think I'm going to get a room. Maybe not. Okay, so I have to still write. I was green earlier today until I went over there. And I still am, but I got to do stuff, and I have to prioritize my life right now. And if I'm not where I need to be or want to be, then I need to at least go ahead and be focused on my work, on my schoolwork. I really hate to get upset with people. I really do. I try really hard. I don't try, but that's why I keep my stuff on. And that's why I just like, but see, now I'm in a good position because now I'm by myself. And that's really how it need to be, because I can focus and watch. They gonna send somebody else. They come in your life like a new, oh, they so nice and they gonna help me do this. No, I don't want no help. They already got the next place staged out. I knew he was finna show out when the guy called me the other day to I got my friend, she wanted to meet you to get a place to stay. I knew he was going to show out then when they said that. Oh, they send you up for your next place. No, I'm tired of them moving me around. Just be going from place to place to place to place to place. And room for rents is just as bad, because room for rent places is gonna link to pad split. They're gonna be locations. They're gonna be payment methods, and they're gonna be who's in those rooms, who was in there before, what activity was done. Was it sex? Was it drugs? Was it employment? It's going to be that. So going online and finding out, and then they're gonna have all of their ads be in a row. One person, I need to have, it'll be 6 ads, and they each will be linked with something that's going to the next one. So when they have them in a row like this, one on the top and one here, whatever this one say is this one's gonna be the connector. So this one will say something clean. Looking for a someone to rent my room for $100 a week. All utilities included. Wonderful neighborhood and location. And then right under that will be looking for a male reduced rent. So them two gonna run together. Or it'll be the nice one, and then it'll say looking for blowjobs in exchange for when you're near a what did I call them? A point of a pot. So when you're near a pot, that's going to be like at Walmart, anywhere near a bank or terminal. They're going to start messaging, and you're going to get messages, and there always will be 4 or 5 lines long to give you a good 30 seconds, 15 to 20 seconds to get that facial recognition receipt. Because once you look at it, they're going to text while you're near the register. And you look at the phone, and it's going to say, hello, I wanted you to come to my house today. The address is, and why he didn't want me looking at no TD Jakes, no spiritual stuff at all. He only wanted me to look at what he did. That's it. Nothing else. Oh, I wonder is my friend. Oh, I miss my friend. I wonder is he there? worthy to be praised. I need to hear it. We give you all, Lord, we give you all the glory, yeah. We worship. Let me go see it. Let's see where I'm going.
OnStar.